Hi there. I'm Mr. Clark, and welcome to Back to School Night 2020. Due to current circumstances, we cannot be meeting in person, but we can meet remotely and digitally. Thank God for technology.
Some of you might not know that, well, actually, I began my career at Absegami. At least that's fixed. I enjoy music, Star Wars, fine literature, playing the electric and acoustic guitar, watching films, but probably most importantly, I like teaching at Oakcrest High School. I think the most important thing for parents to understand this year is that everything I do in the classroom will essentially be posted to Google Classroom, which syncs easily with the students' Gmail accounts. You have the option to be added as a guardian to my classroom, which most of you, I believe, already are. And you have the option to receive a weekly, or I think bi-weekly report. It will tell you everything your son or daughter is doing in class, any assignments they're missing. And if all else fails, you absolutely can email me. I'll put my phone extension down there too. If you do that, I'll most likely get back to you via email first. Email's the best. I'm checking that throughout the day. I'm sure at some point this evening you've received some information about the district grading policy. What's most important to remember here is that work needs to be completed on time. And with classes being digital, that can be rather intense. So I'm personally trying to make it that most of my assignments can be completed during our allotted time that we meet digitally. That will be more intense when I assign writing projects, but I will make sure to give the students plenty of time and be available to help them the best that I can. Even though students lose points for submitting assignments late, I recommend they complete them because partial credit is better than no credit. I'm not a math teacher, but even I know that. Another important thing to know this year is that attendance is taken via Google Meet. So when our classes are scheduled, your son or daughter has to log in, and I do manually look over my list and take attendance. So if they're not in the Google Meet, they will not be counted as present. So this year is slightly different in that it is expected that all students have a digital device, Chromebook, a tablet, a computer, and the district is providing Chromebooks. Other than that, as far as like rules are concerned, I have always had two rules. My rules are really simple. So the first rule is be nice, and I will be nice back. The second rule is a little more vague, but it's just communicate your needs. And I tell all my students, let me know what the situation is. If you're having trouble with an assignment, email me. Don't wait till it's late. If you don't think you can make it to class, email me. Communicate with me. If you're having a bad day and you just don't want that camera on your face, let me know. Communication is key, and there's tons of ways to get in contact with me. What is literature and cinema? Well, it's not film appreciation. It's essentially a class that focuses on literature and then incorporates relevant works of film. So what does my course look like in a typical year? I always start off with Hamlet by Shakespeare. And it's basically my belief that Hamlet is the first really complex modern character, and that the play explores themes that all kinds of art continue to explore some 400 years later. So I'll tell you what, the first big writing assignment in my class will require the students to compare one of 3 films we're going to watch to Hamlet. And they have to look at the relationship between fathers and sons, crime, and fate. As far as the rest of the year is concerned, typically I teach a play that centers around the American experience. So in years past, it's been The Death of a Salesman, or I might do A Raisin in the Sun this year. Still making my mind up. We watch related films and we talk about dreams. Then after that, I move into existentialism, which is a French philosophy. We read The Stranger and we watch movies that are related to it. Typically, I actually use Westerns to teach this, which is kind of interesting because I like combining a post-World War II nihilistic philosophy with arguably the most American form of cinema. It works. It's weird, it's like, have you ever tried like a peanut butter and pickle sandwich? It sounds gross, but it's actually not that bad. We close the year out with coming-of-age films, and we read the book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's a writing-intensive course. There will be no tests typically. It's more, compare the theme of this movie to this novel. So even though we're living in this digital world right now that feels kind of annoying, and it's certainly not the norm, there's a lot of opportunities for your son or daughter to get extra help. I am required by contract to be in the building by 7:30 in the morning. I'm there actually at 6:30 because I like getting up early. I know, weird, but I really like coffee, and that's my quiet time to read the news and reflect. But anyways, if your son or daughter needs help, I'm obligated to provide it from 7:30 to 10:30 a.m. That's when the first class begins. So we can literally hop into the Google Meet from whatever class they're in, and they can get some one-on-one instruction. So I'm telling all my students to take advantage of that. They're struggling with an essay, sign in. Let's talk. I can sign into the document. I can see what you're working on. You can hear and see me. I can type comments. I can make suggestions. Google Classroom makes it really easy to engage that way and to see their work.